Hi, my lovely bumblebees. It's Ethony, and it is now time for the Oracle version of the new decks that I have received over the first 3 months of 2023. And I have quite the pile here. It is a mix of independent decks and also mass produced, so there is something for everybody. And let's dive in to the new ones in my collection. The link to where you can go and get every one of these decks in the video is in the description box. So if you see something you like or you want to go support the artist, make sure you check out the description box. The first deck is the Coastal Curiosities deck, and I have had this in my bag. So I popped this in a actual velvet bag. This is not the box. This is not how it comes. It actually does come in a box, but I have been working with it so much it is now living in a bag. This is created by Lennox and it is an independent deck. There was a Kickstarter for this. I don't know how I missed it. I am obsessed with this deck. I've shared it before on my Instagram. I love the cardstock. I love the combinations. Lennox is working on a tarot deck and I'm so excited. I'm so here for it. I love the backgrounds that they look like wallpaper, but they also have like a meaning. The symbols in it are so fun. I love everything about it. It reads so well. I can definitely tell you that I have been working with this quite a lot and it reads beautifully. I love the guidebook that you are going to get every symbol in here that is presented in the cards and why it has been connected with that card and put together. I love the colors that have been put on it. I love the keywords. I adore the shit out of this deck. I cannot wait for the tarot deck. I think they'll work beautifully together. But as an oracle deck, I have been reaching for this quite a lot and it reads really, really beautifully. So this is the Coastal Curiosities deck, and it is a winner chicken dinner for me, and it has been one I have been working with clients and for myself. The next deck is a really cute little one from Rockpool Publishing, my first magic oracle, and it is so vibrant and fun. It is by Gwendoline Duick. I hope I've said that correctly. This is a 42 card deck and guidebook, and I believe it's really for sort of kids if you think like literally my very first oracle. The box is a cute clamshell box. The guidebook is in color. It is very simple, and that's not necessarily a bad thing for a deck that is meant to be worked with children. And it is very encouraging. What I love about this is it is so bright and vibrant that you can't help but smile just looking at the actual cards. And it's very to the point. You know, one of the things I find a lot of people really enjoy about oracle cards is they are very direct. They are to the point and they are going to tell you pretty quickly what is up and what is happening. So this is really, really beautiful. And it is very kid-centric. Like some of them is like, do your homework. Yes, no, always tell the truth. So there's some very, very kid-centric sort of cards, even though like speaking the truth isn't just kid-centric, but there is definitely some there that really feels very intended for children who are at school or young at heart. This kind of does remind me a little bit of the Playful Heart Tarot, but without any sort of harder cards. I love the back, this like vibrant red, and I love the illustrations. I'm actually kind of thinking about just keeping this for myself because it makes my inner child happy. So that is my first magic oracle, and yeah, it's a really, really sweet one. The next deck came from the lovely Eric Mail. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It is the Endless Oracle, and Eric actually sent me the Ink Witch Tarot, the Endless Oracle, and the Lenormand as well. And this one is like so special. This is how I found, not that the other two aren't, but I've been working with this one more than the others, if that makes sense. I found this one on Instagram. I find a lot of decks on Instagram, and I love that it is the endless panorama thing. And I know that James R. Eads is very, like the Prism of Visions is very famous for that. But I love that this oracle deck is about the night. The guidebook is really cool. I've shared this again on more than one social account. It talks about what's happening in the sky. So often there is zodiacs, like the actual constellations, or there is like a new moon or anything, you know, there's lots of information that's happening in the sky. It's very archetypal, so you can really dive into different archetypes with this oracle deck. It was a Kickstarter deck. Again, I don't know how maybe I was like not on Kickstarter at the end of last year. I don't know what was happening. But it was a Kickstarter deck. It is really lovely, and I have been working with it, and I have been really, really enjoying it. The box is lovely quality, and I can tell that a lot of thought and has been put in this by Eric, and that is one of the things I really, really love. It reads beautifully. I love that you can create panoramas, and it's something that I've been really, really drawn to. So that is the Endless Oracle, and Eric has a lot of other beautiful decks that you can go check out as well. The next little deck was actually sent to me by someone who is a Instagram person that I've been talking with, and it's called the Happily Ever After deck. And it's super cute. Now, this is an independent deck, so don't be too concerned about the fact that there is a QR code on the back. That just takes you to the website of the creator. It's not some dodgy, like, stolen artwork place. And you can find out what fairy tale and myth has been put on every single card. It is playing card size. It is a playing card deck. So you can use this for cartomancy, or you can just use it as a playing card deck. And the artwork is so beautiful. That was the big reason why I was really drawn to this, and I wanted to share it. I haven't really seen it on anybody's channel. Not that I watch every single, you know, piece of YouTube, but the artwork is stunning, like really, really gorgeous. So I could definitely see myself working with this deck as a playing card deck, of course, but also as a, you know, reading playing card cartomancy. I love the back design. It's got a very limited palette, which really makes it very punchy. I actually went to the website and had a look at all of the different myths. And some of them I had never heard of before. So it was a really fun experience to get to know different myths and fairy tales from around the world, as well as some classics that you're definitely going to be able to pick out from it. But the artwork is really, really beautiful. The deck is by Lillian McKinnon, and it is really, really quite a cute, fun deck. So if you're looking for a new card game deck, or for a cartomancy, go and check out the Happily Ever After deck. The next deck is the Sacred Medicine Oracle by Asha Frost, and I found Asha on Instagram, and I have got some of her work. I've got her book. And when I saw that she was doing an oracle deck, I absolutely had to go and get it. It is a 56 card deck, and just such a needed perspective from an Indigenous woman and an Indigenous creator to create something like this. The artwork is so beautiful. I love bold artwork. I love bold line work. I love that there are a bunch of cards in this deck that I've never seen anywhere else. It is really something that I feel like a lot of people are going to be drawn to. The artist is also Indigenous, which I feel is a beautiful pairing, and you can really see it when you look through this artwork. The guidebook is really sweet. So for every single card, you get a keyword, and then there is some history and there is some knowledge, and you know, it's worth reading just for the information in here. And then there is a sacred ceremony for each card, and there is a healing affirmation. So this is something I feel that a lot of people are going to really love diving in deep with, and I really love Asha's meditations. I love her book, and yeah, the artwork is just, it's so beautiful. I really, really love it. So if you are looking for a new deck to explore sacred medicine, this one is for you and I highly recommend it. The next deck is the Shadows of Light Oracle by Hayley Clare, and this is an independent deck. It was sent to me by the creator. My box has been bashed to crap, but I actually don't mind. For me, as long as the cards are in good nick, that's all I really care about. I have trashed a few of my trashed a few boxes in my day. It is a really, really sweet. It's a lovely flip box and really beautifully done. Great production quality, and I really like this. Is the back makes me so happy. If you like sacred geometry, if you are really into that that work, if you like that visually, if you're into those sorts of beautiful lines and shapes, you are going to love this deck. Let me tell you, I have been working with this deck for over a month now, and it reads beautifully. The guidebook is in black and white, and you get a little bit of poetry or per card, and then there is a little bit about the card as well, and a image, and it's deep in its simplicity. Like, I don't see a lot of cards, like a lot of decks that have like a blame victim card. There's been some other ones that I have really kind of gone, oh, that's really interesting. And I really do enjoy the sacred geometry around and in this deck. So you'll see in some of the cards that I'm showing you on the other table. If you're looking for something that is very quick to the point and has those vibrations in them, you're going to really love them. The artwork is really stunning. So Hayley is the author and the artist, and that is another element of this deck that I think really works together. And she created this from a space of healing, so that you can definitely feel that in the deck. So that is the Shadows of Light Oracle. The next Oracle deck is another one from Rockpool Publishing, and it is a Human Spirit Oracle, and it's by Jenna, I can never freaking say her name, Jenna Della Grottigala, Jenna Della Galia? Yeah, see how I butchered that? I am so sorry. And I was like, okay, I'll receive this and see how I go. The production is beautiful. I love the box. I am obsessed with the green gilding. I think everything is done really well. But I am on the struggle bus with this deck. The deck has Jenna as the co-author, and then there's another co-author as well. There isn't a ton of information in the book. It is in color. The images are where I get really stuck. I actually quite like the vertical words, the vertical keywords with the vertical numbers. It's the creepy eyes for me. I love collage decks. I'm a fan of collage, but there are just some of them that I'm just like, nope. Hard pass. Like this one here, Hothead, I can't take it seriously. I can't get past it. Yeah, I've tried to work with it. I've tried to read with it. It is just not for me. And I love that some of the symbols on here are really well thought out. So like the Eat Your Words card, which I'll show you here, there are words like doubt and judgment and rude on the, in this like position and on the fork. And I like that idea. It's just the execution that I'm, yeah, like this one, head in the clouds, like she's got this stretched head. It's a bit of a pass for me. I know that someone, that not all decks are for everybody, and I know there are people out there who are really going to like this deck, but it was just one for me that I was not kind of sold on. I wanted to give it a go, and I wanted to show it because it has come into my collection, and it might be for you. And I'm not going to love everything that kind of comes my way. And this was one that was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna pass this one. If it was a smash or pass, it would definitely be a pass. But if you like it and this is something that you really enjoy, the Human Spirit Oracle is out now by Rockwell Publishing. The next Oracle deck is the Become an Oracle deck, and I have really enjoyed this. This is by Core Magic, so you can get it from their website. And I never say this person's name correctly, so I'm so sorry. Oisia Turia. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong. This is so beautiful though. I use this in some monthly readings, and I love that there are lots of different guides in here. So you're going to find celestial wisdom, galactic wisdom, and magical realms. There are 70 cards in here, so there's absolutely a ton for you to work with. There are gods and goddesses. There's the realm of like giants and things like that, and mineral realms. There are planets, so you have a very different perspective, and it all kind of works in together. The artwork is beautiful. I really enjoy the artwork quite a lot. There are archangels in here, so if you look for a deck that has archangels in more of a blended way, in a tarot or oracle deck that's not just about angels, it's really fun. And it is sort of broken down into different suits, so like the realms and that kind of thing, and it is in more than one language. So I believe it's French. Yeah, I believe it's French. I'm not the best when it comes to multiple languages, but it is really beautiful. I will say I have been working with it. I have been reading with it. It reads really lovely. I love the unique cards that come in this deck. I really appreciate that, and the artwork is beautiful. So I do recommend this one if you're drawn to it. Become an Oracle, and yeah, it's been very reliable and very beautiful to work with. The final deck is probably one of my favorites that's come to me this year, and it is the Earth, Moon and Shadow Oracle. And this is by Ruin Vervain, and they just had a very successful campaign for the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot, which I backed, and they sent me the collector's edition of this deck, and boy oh boy was I spoilt. There is a full walkthrough of what was included in the special edition on my Instagram, but I wanted to also share it. So you get so much stuff, but like this beautiful printed bag, and the guidebook comes separately. The box is gorgeous. It feels like that cushioned box, and there is, you know, quite a bit of information. This deck knocked my socks off when it came to artwork. It is fucking beautiful. So you get extra cards in the deck that have some spreads in it, which is really cute. You can lay them out and actually do your readings with it, but the artwork in this deck is phenomenal. I love everything about it. I am so drawn to this deck and so drawn to the interpretations of the art. I love it. It reads beautifully. It feels very appropriately witchy. It has a lot of ravens or crows depending on, like, I guess where you see that magic. So if you work with those messenger birds, you're going to absolutely adore this deck. It is just an absolute beauty. Like, they have done such an amazing job of creating this entire experience of this deck. It is by Serafina and Yishi Mesa, and the artwork is by Kat Amsel, and it is just beautiful. They do an exquisite job of everything, so it's very high quality, and you know how much I am a stickler for high quality, and it is just really gorgeous. I'm so glad I backed the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot, because that was really well thought out of too. Like, I love that everything is really well thought out. It's very purposeful. It has a lot of intention, and I really love it. Been reading the shit out of this deck, love it. It's gone immediately into my work with my clients. That says enough, I think, about how highly I enjoy it. Just beautiful. Ring-a-ding-ding. One of my absolute favorites this year is the Earth, Moon and Shadow Oracle. So far, I don't know how this year is going to get topped, because so far I've had some beautiful decks come in to my collection. Everything, as I mentioned, is in the description box if you want to go check out any of the offerings. I would love to hear which one of these is your favorite in the comments. Please leave a comment. It takes 2 seconds. It really freaking helps. I mentioned before I'm battling the imposter flood over on Instagram, so any love I can get over here really, really helps. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all soon.